So it's the morning after the flooding, and right, it's nearly midday on Wednesday. So we're just gonna have a little walkie round and do a bit of an update on what's still flooded and what's passable and what's not, and all of those kind of things. So we're heading down to the mill pond, and just my opinion on this, but that tree was full of leaves on Sunday, and now you can see that those leaves are on the floor and blocking drains. So yeah, it looks lovely. It does, with all the leaves falling, but yeah, they're going somewhere and doing stuff like that. So this is the bit where you'll really kind of get the impact as we turn the corner here. For those of you going, why is it so jumpy? It's because I'm walking and I haven't got a gimbal. I will at some point. That's actually not that different to yesterday. So you can see the amount of water coming under the bridge there, though. That's insane. So just looking at the water flow under there. While we're there, we'll have a look at some swans. But the water flow coming under the bridge and down. There's a serious amount of water flowing in at the minute. You might be able to see there as well on the far side. So that tree wasn't falling in the water yesterday. That tree was up there. Well, by the way, the boys are doing the work on the roof. Good luck on that one today, boys. But let me zoom out. Yeah, that tree wasn't falling yesterday. So that's a better comparison to where we saw the otter last week. So that's a full step higher. Last week it was below that base. You can just about make out where the base is. So now it's over the base and up to that first step level. So that gives you a bit of context inside of. You can see the volumes of water coming out the other side as well. Just how much higher that is than last. So this is part of what we were talking about on the pod. So just that walkway over there, you can see. Let me zoom in. So it looks like a lamppost has fallen. So all of that down there, that flat level from all of that side, from about the bridge there over to the walkway there, that usually floods anyway, just because it's lower, but you can see the damage is done with a lamppost there. But if you look at the far end, this is what we're talking about on the pod. Yeah, that you can see the bridge is missing, but that barrage has not moved since the guys did the work on there. No one doing the work on there at the minute, so I don't know what's happening with that barrage. And this, oh gosh, take it from me, that stinks. So that all of that there is blocking and it's trying to get out through there. So you look at that, and there's another one around the other side. That there is one of the poles that somebody's removed from the side of the commons when they decided they want to drive on the commons. So that's in there. Look at that, and you can see how much that water is coming in and backing up, and it can't get out because you got that there. Look at what we got on there in a minute. So it's a couple of cars coming through, so it's passable. So it's still kind of a little bit splashy, but then when that water builds up, that's got nowhere to go. That's what that looks like. So again, you can see there, that's the tide line from where it got to last night, right the way up there. And you can see the damage being done to the grass. That's a bit crazy, that is. So that's the walkway around the back of the commons, and if, like me, your boots are still wet from walking yesterday, then you're in for a bit of trouble. All the way down there is just the amount of leaves that we've got that have dropped really, really quickly over the last couple of weeks. I haven't really had a chance to clear them out of the way or clear the drains of them. So yeah, that's causing issues. So if you walk through these woods on the path at any time, you'll know this is normally quite dry. It's a little bit damp at the worst of weather in winter, but you can see just how wet that is. The car park up there is holding water as well. Maybe you can see on the other side as well, the car park there is still pretty much underwater as well. There you can see again, see if I can zoom in there, see the bridge, that's how high the water is. So, you know, if you consider last night that it came up and over those banks, that's how high that was last night. That's how much rain has, or how much water has been and gone, but that's still really, really high. So if you're planning on taking the kids to the park in the next couple of days, yeah, might want to put some wellies on them first. Although I will say, excellent Peppa Pig paddles if anybody's up for it. And this is the wild area. This is actually doing its job. It's holding the water here instead of sending it all back into the river, so it's delaying it. So I don't think that's meant to be doing that. That looks like a drain that's bubbling over, but all the wild area here, you can see it's wetter, it's absorbing the water. You can maybe see how full the other side. You get a good view of that, the other side. Yeah, you can't really see it, but that water is all the way up on. Maybe you can see the ducks. There you go, those ducks are swimming on the top of the water. There you go. There. That gives you a sense of how high that tide is right now. So again, from there, that's a better view of how full it is still. And you can see that last night it was up another 2 foot maybe. And you can see all of the wild area. Like I say, it's tried to do its job, but it's actually doing what it's meant to do. It's holding the water. But yeah, you look up there, that's that puts it into a bit of context of just how much water came yesterday. So maybe you can see just how, and normally that is way down. Yesterday I thought it was full. It was a good foot lower than that. That's what that looks like. Normally you can see there's a little waterfall that goes over the edge there underneath. So, yeah, but again, all of this water is flowing up to that culvert at the far end, and that culvert is blocked.